Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you real soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you, and I think you'll have to listen, because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day. My beginning will be as bright as the sun. Come, won't you come along? And it feels so bright, it's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart, doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give, something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now I know. Baby, baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give, something's telling me it's right. When you came to me, oh I knew it's you, yeah, boy.
Hey family, how's everybody doing? You guys come on in. It's Monday. It is Monday. It's that Madness Monday. Happy Monday to you guys. Wow, we are 18 days in the middle of March already. And it is going down. 18. Goodness gracious. It's been a really interesting year so far. I think this year's going on pretty good. What do you guys think? You liking it? Thank you guys for showing up. I see Sonia Watts came in the building first. Lisa Taylor woke the God. Hey you guys, how you doing? And Miss Dee Dee is in the building, and Tina Powers is in here, and woke the God, and Freddie Johnson. Oh my goodness, this is all family. Nancy LaRose came in here. And if you're out there in the I guess in the bushes, you guys, you can come on in and say hello. You guys, we came on over the weekend. I think it was Sunday when we got word. Well, the word came in. I think it was Saturday, but I didn't read none of my messages because they had made me work an extra day for some reason. I don't know, but I had to work an extra day. They say it's not an extra day, but I don't keep track of. I just know it was awkward. I was tired and exhausted. How is everybody doing? Everybody doing well? Everybody is doing well. Okay. So, now that I am out of school for a little while, a couple of months, maybe more than that, we don't know, but I don't just, okay, I'm good, I'm done, boom, boom. I still got to take a TEAS test. I still got Diesel's doing better. We're working on Still working on him jumping. He's done calmed down some more. And I'm liking that. He's calmed down some more. He's still pouncing whenever he wants. So he hasn't got it all the way out of his system. But he's doing so much better. And I'm like, what the heck? But I want you guys to know on Diesel, I've had to change his diet a little bit. He's taking a medication for his itching. We found out it's just his dry skin with his hair, all the hair, and he itches. We thought it was fleas. Then we thought, maybe the soap that we're using. We don't know what it is. But then, we started giving him Benadryl, and he's not itching as much. So, and so I've changed his diet also. So he takes a medication, Benadryl, for itching, for his allergies. So I think he's allergic to his own hair. He's like scratch, 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 scratch. I'm like, you're not gonna be able to do nothing but scratch. Everybody gonna be looking like, what is this dog gonna do? He gonna be scratching. So he's doing better on that, and he's done got bigger, like, healthier, because now I make a regimen of his food. I just don't give him. I was giving him. He was taking, cause we changed. We went from puppy chow to pedigree, because he's not a puppy anymore. So we went to pedigree because now he's a full dog. When he's a year and a half, he becomes a full dog. So now we're giving him pedigree, and we're giving him the hard food, and plus we give him a scoop, and a scoop is like maybe 2 bowls of, like a bowl, like a cereal bowl, 2 bowls of the hard pedigree dog food, and then we give him a whole can of pedigree that's already grounded up, and we put one egg in there to help his coat. You guys, and we get all kind of comments and compliments that, oh my goodness, the dog is so beautiful. Oh, look at his coat, and he is beautiful. When I look at other German Shepherds, Diesel's pretty much like beautiful. Okay? I'm just letting you guys know. He's beautiful. And I'm not just saying that because I've never really cared for German Shepherds, but when I do, I look at other people, but I did see this black German Shepherd over the weekend. I think it was either Sunday morning when I got off work, or maybe it was Saturday morning. It couldn't have been Sunday morning, because Sunday morning would be it could be Sunday morning or Saturday morning. I was at the other job. I seen this black German Shepherd. I never liked to looked at the black German Shepherds, but this dog was beautiful, and I had to go and compliment the guy, and oh, his coat was so beautiful, and Diesel wasn't nowhere near that, but that's the best I've ever seen. But anyway, you guys, so I'm just letting you know that now that I've got a little bit of time, I'm going to be studying in Diesel. Work, study, Diesel. Work, study, Diesel. I don't have work, study, Diesel, school. Work, study, Diesel, school. So Diesel had to go on the back, on the stove. He was on the back end of the stove for a minute. But he was still pouncing, you guys. I wasn't just like, no, we just got a dog. But, so, anyway, hey, Nancy's in the building. We are Cody's voice. Okay, so we are talking about Dejan. Her name is not Dejan. Her name is Dejuan Anderson. She was caught in California. And remember, you guys, in the Indiana area, and I don't know if they keep saying Washington, but in the Indiana area, they had found this little boy. It was like April 2022 when we were all still looking for Cody. Okay. they had found a suitcase in the woods. This guy, he was searching for mushrooms and, trying to get that little high. Anyway, he found the suitcase and he opened it up and it was a body in the suitcase. So he called the authorities, and the authorities went out there, and the officers went out there, and they said, "Yep, sure is. It's a body in there." And they named this baby. First, they said he didn't have a name. Nobody didn't come forward and say they lost a child or where's a child or anything. And we talked about this Sunday, and some people said they went and seen the baby, but then they did a service for the child. And so they did a service for the child, and they wanted a name. They said, some people in Indiana, and it seemed like it's a more of a more rural area. So for this little black child to be in a suitcase in the middle of the woods, just thrown out like trash, they wanted to get some closure and find out who's missing a child and, what's going on. So they end up coming up with a name. And they did the service. And some people allegedly went out there, and I say allegedly really deep. I'm going to use my deep voice. Allegedly. When I say that, like, they lying. But some people went out there to see and to be a part of that service, allegedly. But but they did put the child to rest. Okay, they put the child to rest, but they had actually put the child to rest 2 weeks prior before that service. So I don't know what these people seen that went out there. I don't know. Allegedly, I don't know. But anyway, nevertheless, we're not gonna stay on that. But nevertheless, the lady that was seen in the car they found out who the child was. His name was Cairo. Okay, and she said the $3.99 rollback, girl. And you know what? I don't even know what happened to that video. I had a video, and for the life of me, I don't know what happened to that video. The Lord must have been working on me. He said he probably said, "Girl, you doing too much." But let me look. Let me just look. Yeah, I don't see that video. I don't know. Maybe I can go back in my archives and see if I can find it. But we got our account back. We finally got our account back. Let me see something. No. I just want to see something real quick. Hold on. Okay, you guys must have couldn't hear me because I was telling you guys to put a 1 in the chat if you could hear me. Evidently, you can't hear me. But it's letting us put our pictures up there. Thank God we got our count back. I have it somewhere in all these photos. I bet you do, girl. I bet you do. Y'all couldn't hear me. Okay. Well, we got partial of our account back. I seen that the other day. We are... If you notice, we do not have the little symbol up there in the corner anymore. They were like, "You're over your time, so we're gonna, if you pay us some money, we'll give you your account back." And I was like, we couldn't. Let me get this phone together. We couldn't go live. So it let us go live. So I ended up paying the money. We did it for a year or something, and it was just taking a lot of money. It was just taking a lot of money, and then but it's okay. It's okay. So whatever. Anyway, you guys, let me tell you about Dejan Anderson. I mean, I don't know if her name is Dejan. No, Dejan Anderson is the mother. Dejan Anderson, she said, Lord help me, I'm going to get in trouble again. Uh, Nancy, come on now. You know, you know, I would like to say, usually we have to, you know, I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. Usually when I'm saying something, I'm just making fun, but in a good way, not in a bad way, because it is what it is. Time has passed, and you know, it is what it is when time has passed. Um, but it's weird how they go here, they go. People don't realize them. So you know, um, yeah, I'm getting a lot of texts, you guys. That's why. So anyway, when people do what they do, and I had my phone off, and now it's just going cuckoo, you know, and they do what they do. I got two phones going on at the same time, and they they disappear. They disappeared. Okay? So let's talk a little bit about that. She said, woke the guy came in here knocking down the door. She said, I will support she said, I will support USP. And woke the guy, let me get her thing out here. I can't even get my words out, you guys. I don't want to be mean today. I just don't. I don't want to be mean. Um, Woke is in the building. She said, let me get your thing, girl. Let me Woke the guy said, I'm coming in here. I don't know. You guys, oh my goodness. I'm all over the place. We got our count back, and then look at God. We got our count back. It's going down now. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness gracious. Woke the guy. She said, when we gonna see update pictures of Diesel? We will see. Actually, pretty much I'm probably gonna go live tonight when take him for a walk. I'm gonna be off of work for a couple of days, and I'm gonna spend that time with Diesel and working, doing my study for this tease test. Actually, I'm gonna call and schedule my tease test 2 days, as soon as I get off the phone, I'm scheduling that tease test. She said, Marsha Poole said, let's do this thing. She said, let's do it, y'all. We got our cow back. And look at God. He said, yes.
Thank you.
There we go.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, ladies. And I got so happy. I just threw the darn tickets in there, you guys. I'm so sorry. I was supposed to give you the thing. I'm just happy we got our account back. And I knew, like I said, I knew. I just didn't want my card to be compromised anymore. So, I was waiting it out and they work out the bugs or whatever. I was tired of my card getting compromised. My chat frozen now. Weird. I must have mashed a button somewhere. Okay, Kai. And Ice. Thank you, Woke to God, and thank you, Marshall Poole, for the super chat. Coming on in here, keeping us where we need to be at. Because that's what needs to happen. But you guys, since I'm out of school, we're going to be doing more lives. We're going to be doing more pop-ups. We're going to be doing live videos. Like I said, I'm going to be walking Diesel tonight. And when I walk Diesel tonight, if you want to take a look at big as Diesel done got, and he going to show you something, yeah. She said, we haven't seen our baby in a long time. Let's give up the goods. Let's walk the dog. Let's walk the dog. And I was just thinking, you guys, I got something up my sleeve. I do. I got something up my sleeve. I don't know if it's going to work or not. So it's best for me not to share with you. But, we got to get Diesel ready to go. We do. We got to get Diesel ready to go. Go, Diesel, go. Everybody's like, here's the thing. I now understand why nobody really has a search dog. It takes a lot of freaking time and a lot of money and a lot of discipline and a lot of schooling and just training and obedience and responsibility. And I'm like, I didn't want another dog. And Diesel done came through here, and it takes a lot of time. So when we got this dog, we were sitting there going, okay, we get a dog and everything. We wanted things to work overnight. Like, yeah, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And then the Lord was like, no, it don't work like that. If it worked like that, everybody would be doing it. Everybody would be having a dog. I was like, why nobody got a search dog? Nobody got a search dog? Everybody sitting there talking about, we need to find somebody got a search. Well, we got the dog. He is a search dog. But now we got to do all this diligence of training him. It's going to take time. And, he does the tricks and all of that other stuff. So they're saying he's a good dog, and he definitely looks great. He's very healthy. As a matter of fact, I got to make him a doctor's appointment to get his shots. Thank you guys for reminding me. I put this on my to-do list. To do. Dog shots. Ready. And I put these things down because when you have so much stuff going on, and I'm not saying, I got a lot of stuff going on, little unfinished stuff that I need done, tease tests, gotta go back, my license gotta be, get my license up to date, it's ready for renewal, taxes, need that done. The dog, he's doing his thing now. So We were still talking about, is he gonna be a cadaver or search? Cadaver or search, or is he gonna be search and cadaver? That right there is something else. That right there is something else. You know, I might need to call her and ask her. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna call his trainer up today. I'm gonna call Diesel's trainer up today and just talk to her for a minute. You know? Yeah. You will be better in a few hours, Kai. She said, yellow eyed canine bear. What's that? What's going on? Anyway, um, Diesel snatched all of our heart, and now that is our baby. Yes, and you know it. And girl, he's funny. He's funny, but he's still wild. He's still a wild child, like, and that's my fault. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. That's my fault. You know why? Because I knew Papa was not gonna put a lot of time into him, and I would have to put the time into him, and I was busting my butt to work hard because and then my job, I had to end up quitting my job because they wanted to get crazy at the job. I mean, they were already crazy when I went in. I went in like, hey, you guys, I don't know about y'all, but this money thing, I need to go get this money. I need this job. And I go in the door and you can smell nothing but poop and whatever. And I knew the job was not going to be that long. And everybody was like, SP, just quit, just quit. And I was like, I can't just quit because it's going to mess up everything. Because Diesel, and I'm not saying it's only because Diesel, I had my own bills that I needed to take care of. Papa, his shop wasn't doing well. And and here I was, in the middle of, trying to keep a job, and I knew that job was going to come to an end because I couldn't satisfy the people. They just really I'm gonna be honest with you, they just really did not want black people around. You know what I'm saying? They didn't say it, but that's what it was. And you give them the gun and the ammunition, guess what? Boom, you're out. So, and I mean, when you got something weighing over your head, you already know how people feeling or something. Sooner or later you're gonna mess up. Or sooner or later you're gonna do something that they don't. I mean, it was just something little. I think what it was I didn't put the milk out in the morning. That's not a medication. I'm a nurse. I didn't put the milk out. It's like, oh, okay. But anyway, yeah, I know y'all saying we don't know what you're talking about, SP. But that's the job that I had before I went to the all 95% African American owned, ran, and everything. What I don't know if they own it, but they ran it. Went to that job, and then I was like, man, I got to make this work. I really do got to make this work. And I don't know if you guys ever been in a situation where you like, I got to make this work for two reasons. Number one is I got to get that training on the internet before I can go to where I want to go to, because nobody's going to really give you that chance for that training, because you've been a nurse for 18 years, but they're not going to, they want you to, like, I've been in pediatrics, and now pediatrics is like, it's just, I'm tired. I want to go back to school, so I need to get more on hands and get into, everything that I haven't done in the last 18 years. I need to get that in my memory. I need to go back and learn it all over again, because if you don't use it, you lose it. And so, okay, let me get back in there, and that's where the money is at, where you can you make a living, and not only that, they want you more, and it's not just you by yourself. Now it's a whole corporation or facility or organization. And so therefore you can get in there, and they want you more. Like I'm saying, you're more of a value, because those nurses, they get burnt out, they quit, they get older, whatever. Anyway, so all that crap happened, and so I went to this other facility. But I didn't go to any facility, you guys. I want you guys to know I didn't go to any facility. I literally picked this facility out because this facility is where I started to get my CNA. But anyway, nevertheless, I went, did that, got in there. I'm in there, and this is only but I haven't even did 2 months there, but things is back on track. So now that school has came to a halt until August of this year. So I'm not going to know until August of this year if I make it into the program or not make it into the program. But this is now the time that I'm able to dedicate all my extra time to Diesel. And so every day I'm going to be walking him. Every day we're going to be doing training. Every day we're going to be doing, what obstacles or whatever. Not just walk, because, that's just a regular dog. You can walk. But every day we're going to go back into that training phase of, okay, that's why I said I need to contact this trainer and set up a time with her, because I want him. I don't want him around the other dogs, because we seen what happened when he was with the other dogs, and that's a little trauma. I don't want to see Diesel or any other dog has to fight or whatever. And remember, that kind of hurt me a little bit when Diesel got in that fight. I mean, shoot, he didn't back down now, but he did get his butt whooped. But he did. He was bleeding on the tail. The dog snatched him at the end. Diesel turned his back to walk away like, yeah, and that dog bit his tail. But other than that, Diesel held his own. He really didn't get his butt whooped, to be honest with you guys. I mean, like I said, he held his own. And that other dog, you remember, Diesel was just a baby. He was only but like 6 months, 7 months. The other dog was like 6 years, 7 years old. So Diesel held his own. Okay. So I'm not talking trash about Diesel, because, like I said, I was very proud of him. But he looked at me like, get me the heck up out of here. What you got me over here? And these dogs over here is doing all, and that dog went to, they got rid of that dog because that dog was just so misbehaving and everything. And you guys, I know you guys remember all of that. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna take a walk today. Diesel and we're gonna take a walk, and you guys gonna see how big he is. He just always got his tongue out. I don't care how much water you give him. And then I'm gonna put the training collar on him so that he won't get out of hand. But he for the most part of it, he's good. He's good. But he still pulls a little bit, but not so much. Anyway, you guys, I wanted to talk to you about this Cairo, this child named Cairo. His name is Cairo Jordan. They found him in a suitcase, and so they did find out who the mother was, and she took off running. So the other woman that was with her, and I think they were in a relationship. Anyway, her name, I can't remember what her name was. Let me see. I can't remember. Dawn. Her name was Dawn Coleman. Her name was Dawn Coleman, you guys. I remember. I know. See, y'all. See, I got a really good memory. Her name was Dawn Coleman. And Dawn Coleman was her lover. Well, you know what they did to the child? She killed the child. I know somebody gonna always call me, but I can't do that. She killed the child and put him in a suitcase and threw them in the woods because, anybody want to know why? Throw it in the chat if you know why she killed her child with her lover and put him in a suitcase and threw him in the woods. Put him in a Las Vegas, Nevada suitcase and threw him in the woods. I'm going to tell you why. Okay, I'm going to tell you. Nobody ain't said nothing, so I don't know if you guys can hear me or not. Phyllis said why. Nancy, I can't remember. She said that the child was possessed. So Don Coleman, you guys, you're going to have to do a little research, but Don Coleman went to court 3 months ago. So you're talking about in January, February, March. So December, be January, February, March. So Don Coleman went to court in December. She pleaded guilty. She got 30 years. The judge gave her five years off. Told her to think about what she done did. Think about what you done did. You done helped this mother kill the child because she thought the child was possessed. And she's got 25 years. And she sit there in the courtroom. No crying, no tears. I mean, there's some remorse because where was this? This was in Indiana. Let me see. Boy in the suitcase. Let me Google it. Boy in suitcase. This was in the Indiana area. The mother of the boy dead in the suitcase in Indiana. She is arrested, you guys. Okay? Arcadia is in California, but Los Angeles, actually, but okay. In the suburb of Arcadia. That's where she was arrested. So, Dejon Anderson, the mother of a 5-year-old Atlanta boy, Indiana is over there, Indiana, okay? Whose body was found in a suitcase in southern Indiana in 2022. She was arrested in the border of a zoo in Arcadia. After nearly 2 years on the run, they say Karma Dickinson reports. The mother of the 5-year-old boy, Atlanta boy, whose body was found in a suitcase in southern Indiana in 2002, has been arrested, 22, in California. After nearly two years, she was been on the run. Okay, now remember there was another woman that just went to trial and she got away with it. She took her child to Indiana through him. Well, she buried her child in the woods by the cemetery. I can't even remember that girl's name. I mean, people like that, I don't even want to remember. She got away with it. They didn't find her guilty. She matter of fact, because and she had killed somebody else before. And remember, her hairline started at the middle of her head. Okay. Anyway, U.S. Marshals located and arrested Dejon Anderson in Arcadia, California, a suburb of Los Angeles, on an October 2022 warrant out of Washington County, charging her with murder, neglect of a dependent, resulting in death and obstruction of justice. The body of Cairo Amar Jordan was found inside a suitcase in a wooded area about 35 miles northwest of Louisville, Kentucky, in April 2022. A state police detective received a tip that led to locating Anderson in California. It wasn't clear Friday whether she has an attorney who might comment on her behalf. It's a sober moment. We did not know this day was going to come, but to have it come at this time and to have her in custody, I'm just excited. That was for the detectives. We're all very excited, lift up and bonjoyed by the fact that she's behind bars and can be brought back to Indiana so we can continue this trial for justice for Cairo. You guys know, I'm going to tell you something that's so sad. So when this woman got the 30 years and then the judge took off 5 years, she took off only 5 years because she went ahead, confessed it, said what they did. She told them the whole story, how this mama thought the child was possessed. And then what else did she do? She has to be a witness for the state, and if she don't, that 5 years extra that the judge took off, she gets that back if she don't. So she thinking, oh well, I got a very easy sentence. I got 25 years. They took off 5 because they was gonna get you anyway, girl. And she knew that. So she went ahead and said, okay, we did do this. The mother killed him. She said he was possessed. And I will turn state evidence against the mama in order to get that 5 years taken off. So if she don't come, if she thinking now that she only got 25 years, she's gonna have to go in there and say, look, I've said we did it, and I was your lover. I'm telling you guys, I believe they were lovers. Okay. Now that the mama has been found, the maid reevaluate that friend. They may no, Kai. She's been sentenced. Why would they reevaluate the mama? Reevaluate the friend. She's been sentenced. She went ahead and said, yeah, she did this. She said she did it. She went ahead and pleaded guilty. And the judge gave her some leniency. Okay, you guilty. Okay, there's no trial. You're guilty. You're just guilty. So we're going to give you a sentence, and then if you testify, okay, we're gonna go ahead and put that on there. So really, you get 30 years, but that's only on the conditions that you testify. We're gonna because you get 30, but we're gonna take 5 off. Whether we find the mama or not find the mama, we take 5 off, but you got to be the witness to testify against the mama. Okay, that's the deal. She says, okay, because you done already told us you did it. Y'all did this. You gave exclusive detail. Y'all drove all the way from Timbuktu to these woods, put the child, and she went, they would not release the details of did they burn incense? Sometimes people be like, you gotta burn incense, and then you gotta have this type of incense, and you gotta have this type of myrrh and curr and all this other stuff. I'll be like, okay. They're traveling to California to continue their investigation. Anderson will be brought back to Indiana, he said. An autopsy found that Cairo died from vomiting and diarrhea that led to dehydration. State police said investigators said the boy had died about a week or less before a mushroom hunter discovered his body. So he was in that suitcase dead a week or more before the person discovered him. Okay. And that's funny because The phone call that I just received, it was from Indiana. Funny thing about it is I don't know nobody from Indiana. So I don't even know why they call him. So it says a second woman in the case reached a plea deal with prosecutors in November. Okay. Dawn Coleman, she's 41, of Shreveport. So she's from Louisiana. Was sentenced to 30 years in prison with 5 years suspended to probation after pleading guilty to aiding, inducing, or causing murder, neglect of a dependent resulting in death, and obstruction of justice. There was a man that was arrested too. I don't know if he was arrested because he helped her. You know, I don't know what people think. Don't come over here. Do not come over to my house. I'm serious. That is shoot. They say do not. So the mother arrested and the boys dumped. Let me see if we can grab this real quick. Hold on. So they could have easily saved that baby with Pedialyte. Hold on. No, I don't. I think the baby was already like wherever the baby died at, like she probably changed this. I mean, when we hear this story, you guys, it's gonna be crazy because you got somebody that's guaranteed gonna tell what they did. They did ritual. She probably was demonic possessed herself. You know what I'm saying? And that demonic possession, like, I want to say something, but I don't want to offend nobody. But I'm telling you guys, I mean, you can look at people and you can say, you know what? Okay, they were dealing with some stuff here. They were. They said he died from, yeah, he did die from dehydration and something else. Like he was vomiting. And vomiting and he didn't get no water, no Pedialyte. You're right. But that doesn't mean I I'm trying to think, was this child was clean in the suitcase. You guys, he didn't vomit or anything of that in the suitcase. You guys understand what I'm saying? If I remember well, they said that this baby was a clean dressed child. I mean, he was clean. So somebody took care of this child. He had on, name brand, whatever. So he didn't die in the suitcase, but they placed him in the suitcase. Yeah, yeah. This was this child. Yeah. It's gonna be a tell all. Yes. So we're gonna be able to look into the mind. Okay, you guys, let's listen to this real quick. I want to listen to this. You guys, listen to it with me.
Thank you all for coming. Go ahead. You need to.
It's very
Thank
low.
you all for coming. I won't have a bunch of detailed information today, but it's still a significant.
This is they're doing a press conference and it's very low. Let me see if my other phone is louder than this phone. Let me see here. Oh, we got a little bit. Let me find it real quick. Let me find it real quick for y'all. Yeah, my other phone is a little louder. I don't know what's going on with this. Let me see here. I'm looking for a particular one, you guys. Hold on. I think this is it right here. Nope. 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 Uh, Let me see if this is it. Yeah, this is it. I think this is it right here. Oh my. I think this is it right here. Oh. Oh, hold on.
And not just any mom. This woman accused of killing her young son and
This
putting
is
him
not
in a
it.
suitcase, leaving it on the side of the road in a wooded area of southern Indiana. Police outside Los Angeles caught 38-year-old Dijon Anderson and arrested her. She's being held without bond. WHS 1119's Connor Steffen and photojournalist Elijah McKenzie found that the memory of Cairo Jordan is still strong in Salem, Indiana.
In a Salem, Indiana cemetery, the grave of a little boy, garnished in flowers and mementos, stands more peaceful than the night before.
Finally got closure for the little guy.
With an arrest made thousands of miles away.
That's not the way. Anyway, that's never the way.
Making ripples right here in this small town.
It's a good feeling, that they finally got her behind bars.
After a nearly 2-year manhunt.
Still a sorrowful and a somber moment in the investigation.
Police have finally tracked down and arrested Dijon Anderson, who police say killed her 5-year-old son, Cairo Amar Jordan. The boy who caught the nation's attention after a mushroom hunter discovered his lifeless body stuffed inside this suitcase in the spring of 2022.
I was just in Vegas a while before that and seeing those suitcases out there for sale, And I'm like, oh man, and I shoved a child in there.
ISP Sergeant Kerry Hull says officers apprehended Anderson in the LA suburb of Arcadia, California, Wednesday night, based on a tip they received earlier in the week.
A huge milestone, a day that we're very happy that we've come to at this point. It's still a somber day, but we're very, very pleased and happy that we have who we believe everybody to be involved in this tragic murder case in custody at this time.
She is charged with murder, neglect of a dependent resulting in death, and obstruction of justice. All felony charges in connection with the death of her 5-year-old son, who a coroner ruled at the time died from an electrolyte imbalance. What does that mean to you?
Closure. Closure for him, the family, and everybody in this community.
ISP officers are on their way to California to bring back to Indiana as we speak. It's an arrest 2 years in the making for this town. From a little boy without a name to a gentle face that crosses the minds of Salem residents all the time.
Daily. They think about him all the time. They visit this grave at least 2 to 3 times a week.
Just an innocent child, just abused, I'd say. I just couldn't believe it that I heard that in our area.
Inching closer to justice, this town now feels a sense of closure for its forever guardian angel. In Salem, Indiana, Connor Steffen, WHAS 11, on your side.
Now, one other woman has been arrested in this case, already been sentenced, in fact, in connection with Cairo's death. You're taking a look at her right here on your screen. This is Dawn Coleman. Last November, Dawn Coleman pleaded guilty to helping Dijon Anderson kill Cairo and then hide his body. Coleman was sentenced to 25 years in prison and 5 years of probation last year. As part of her plea agreement, she will need to testify against Anderson in any criminal case related to Cairo's death.
Okay, so you guys get that? You guys get that? Her name was Dawn Coleman. And the reason why I remember Coleman is because, remember, I made a little funny and I said the person that went to go visit or go see this child, their last name was Coleman. I was like, that's kind of, I just be thinking about things that helps me remember, details, But that's not what I wanted you guys to hear. But anyway, let me try to. I want the press conference. That's what I wanted. Let me see here. I want the press conference. Oh, here it is, right here. You guys, we got it.
With her only
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
You guys ready? Okay. Thank you all for coming.
Because I haven't seen this yet.
Thank you all for coming. It's
Nancy laughing.
I won't have a bunch of detailed information today, but it's still a significant announcement event. It's still a sorrowful and a somber moment in the investigation, but it's something we've looked forward to and anticipated for almost 2 years now. And I'm sure you're all aware of the tragic and horrific death investigation of 5-year-old Cairo Jordan. That began April 16th of 2022.
April the
On that
16th.
day, a local mushroom hunter found a brightly colored suitcase with the Las Vegas motif in a wooded area in rural Washington County on Holbrook Road. Cairo was 5 years old at the time of his death, and since that day, our detectives have worked tirelessly to bring justice to this case and justice for Cairo. In October of 2022, arrest warrants were issued for Don Coleman and Dijon Anderson in relation to this case. October 26th of 2022, Don Coleman was arrested and, as you're all aware, stood trial and was sentenced in November of last year. Earlier this week, Detective Matt Busick received information from a concerned citizen which started the path to physically locating Dijon Anderson, the mother of Cairo Jordan. Acting on this information, Detective Busick worked hand in hand with ISP troopers who are assigned to the U.S. Marshals Task Force and with U.S. Marshals themselves. And working hand in hand with them, kept the U.S. Marshals abreast in California on the information that we were receiving and gathering. As a result of this information investigative work, these officers, investigators, apprehended DeJuan Anderson last night without incident in Arcadia, California.
Okay.
She was arrested on a warrant issued out of Washington County, Indiana, that was issued back in 2022. That warrant again was for murder, neglect of a dependent resulting in death, which is a level 1 felony, and obstruction of justice, which is a level 6 felony. She is currently being held at a Los Angeles Police Department detention center in Van Nuys, California. And as we speak, ISP Detective Busick and detectives from the Indiana State Police Post here in Sellersburg are actually en route at this time to California to continue this investigation. So, again, a huge milestone, a day that we're very happy that we've come to at this point. It's still a somber day, but we're very, very pleased and happy that we have who we believe everybody to be involved in this tragic murder case in custody at this time, so the investigation can move forward. So I don't have a lot of detailed information.
They were supposed to have arrested a guy too, you guys.
That I can. I mean, elation, you know, and it's a somber moment when you think back to the whole story, the whole case. You know, I was in that area of the crime scene just last week, and it just brings back a lot of memories. But you know, this is something, you know, I'm not a detective. I'm not the one out there that's putting in those hours after hour in the middle of the night sometimes, and all different locations. But a lot of sweat and blood and tears going in an investigation like this, and I'm just very happy for those men and investigators who've really done everything they can, and to have the break, the information that they needed, that we knew would come. We did know that this day was going to come, but to have it come at this time and to have her in custody, I'm just excited for them. We're all very excited.
Yeah.
Lifted up and buoyed by the fact that she's behind bars, and can be brought back to Indiana, so we can continue this.
He said behind jail.
Justice for Cairo.
They're gonna put her behind jail. He probably wanted to say
You see
underneath
when?
the jail.
Roughly earlier this week.
Yep.
It was relatively recent information.
Somebody told on her. Good. Yeah, Teresa Black. She did it.
In that case, but
That's right,
my
Zena.
understanding.
Teresa Black. She
But,
did the
that
same
was something
thing.
that I can't speak
She
to.
got off.
Cairo didn't have any connections to this area. I've been getting a lot of feedback from the public just asking about the mother's whereabouts and how that investigation is
It's
going.
something that, again, it's been almost 2 years. It was April of 2022. We're just a few days away from that date. It's very common to be stopped and asked about how the investigation's going. Have we learned anything, and just moral support. The community of Washington County really came together for Cairo, provided him with a funeral, with a headstone. There's still flowers to this day that are placed at his grave site, and people praying for him and his family, and that justice would be done. So again, a huge event in this investigation to bring that one step closer.
She'd probably get a mental
Hey, did you know you can learn 100 songs
evaluation.
One step closer. To my knowledge, at least, no. She was the only one arrested. Again, it was a cooperative effort with the Indiana State Police detectives. We also have Indiana troopers who are assigned to the U.S. Marshals Task Force, who do a lot of work in this case to get that information going and in connection with the U.S. Marshals in California.
They just said she's the only one that was arrested.
Obviously, we can't be here in California at the same time,
Arrested.
but working hand in hand with the U.S. Marshals, this is something
That's cool.
that we were able to do because of that cooperative effort. So they did a lot of work for us. Very pleased. Of course, they're elated too to be able to find her. So did a lot of work. Again, behind the scenes. A lot of phone calls, a lot of information back and forth between agencies and people at different locations.
What are the next steps in bringing Mr. Anderson back?
They asked what's the next step.
Right, so that will depend. Again, our investigators are en route now to hopefully speak with her. A lot will depend on how that goes as far as is she willing to waive extradition and come back to Indiana. If not, that will take a process. That's a process that would probably take at least 30 days
Oh, wow.
for that to happen before she'd be sent back here.
I thought she would already be back in Indiana. She's not,
Working
you
on it
guys.
right now. Can't give any timeline, but it could take time. A lot just depends on what happens.
She said, no, I don't want to go back to Indiana. They're going to have to get a judge to...
All I can tell you is that when she was located, she was attempting to board, or in the process of boarding, a subway, or I should say a form of public rail transportation that's common out in California in that area. So she was mobile, she was walking when she was taken into custody.
She was walking.
That's pretty impressive that they were able to track her down that many miles away, and the fact not that she was at a home or anything, she was being robbed.
Yeah, I can't get into all the details, exactly how long they were watching, those types of things, but yeah, it's just great work. Again, the U.S. Marshals were very appreciative of everything done for us here today. And
Somebody
the police
told
of
on
Los
her.
Angeles, again, she is in a Los Angeles Police Department jail in Van Nuys at this moment. Whether or not she'll stay there, I don't know, but they're working hand in hand with us so that we can move this case forward.
Did she resist at all?
Exactly,
There was
Phyllis.
no resistance. She was taken in without custody, without any incident. She was taken into custody. That's really all the information I can share at this time again, but we're just very excited that we're at this moment. So almost 2 years in coming, and now we can move forward. So a big relief, when this case started on that evening of April, there was a ton of unknowns. We had no idea who we were dealing with. Young Cairo, was tragically taken without any identification there with him. So we had a lot of work to do, and our first task was just to identify who we had. And there was a lot of speculation by the public and people in the different industries about what was going on. In the end, it was good old-fashioned police work that led to all these answers. And I can't praise our investigators and detectives enough.
And no outstanding suspects after this.
At this point, to my knowledge, we have everybody that we believe related to this case in custody at this time.
There's a guy that got arrested too. I don't know what his
Right.
involvement is.
I mean, again, it's a small community, a rural community, so to see everybody come together, which they always do, but just to see that public support and know that they're standing behind you and giving you, if they could do anything, they would. So we're just
Wow.
thankful for all their help and for their thoughts and prayers through this whole process.
This is the year of being revealed. Huh?
I'm sorry. Yeah, the warrant that was the warrant that was actually issued back in October of 2022 in her name, Dijon L. Anderson, for count 1 murder, a felony, count 2 neglect of a dependent in resulting in death, a level 1 felony, and count 3 obstruction of justice, a level 6 felony.
Wow.
I have to admit, the exact pronunciation of her name, I've heard it both ways. So you may want to look into the exact pronunciation if I misspoke a few times. Dijon, I've heard Dijon, I've heard a few different topics.
Dewan.
I've typically gone to.
Dijon.
Any other questions? I mean, I've got from out there, not this time.
Dijon Anderson
Again,
is arrested.
Of course, if he's in custody out in California, there may be something you guys are able to do, but I don't have anything like that at this time. Just the
I don't think
shot,
he's going to tell us.
mug shot
Indiana
that,
State Police.
from the prior investigation, early in the investigation. I can't speak to any of that information at this time. So, thanks, guys.
INIDINA. INDIANA. All right, you guys, that's it. I hope it's a year that Classic and Sincere are revealed too. Exactly, you guys. Oh my goodness, this year has been phenomenal when it comes to these people are getting exactly what they deserve. SP, maybe he helped to put the body right there where somebody found it. Just my guess. I don't know. I don't know, Tina. I was thinking that the person that they arrested was helping her, aiding and abetting, helping her hide. Because think about it, 2022, we're in 2024. They hid this woman for 2 freaking years. Well, you gotta think. She was, okay, April, we're almost back in April again. March, April next month. So yeah, 2 years. She's been on the run. In October, they put the warrant out there and they caught the girlfriend. She was in California. So they knew that this woman was in California. That's what I'm saying. They knew she was in California. Now, I think it wasn't a high-speed chase or something. They did something. I think they got... Okay. I remember now. I remember. They got stopped. And both of them went to jail. And before they knew who Dijon Anderson was, because she gave the wrong name. Remember, y'all? Remember she gave the wrong name or something? It was her sister or cousin or whatever. She gave the wrong name. They let her go. And they kept a friend and found out that she was... she had a warrant out for her arrest. Also, she had some other tickets or whatever. And then when they finally found out who the young lady was, she was already gone. So, I don't... Remember, I told you, they're going to find her in California. They was going to find her in California. Because she should have, they were already there in California. They had already left the Atlanta area, the Indiana area, all of that. And they were... She said, I hope Corey will reveal. I see that you called real quick, Tina. If you want to call back in real quick before we get off here, because I'm gonna make some phone calls and things of that nature. You can call on in. I you know I just wanted to hear. You know what, you guys? I'm gonna tell you guys something real quick. Um, Nobody was really rooting for this child, and that makes me sad that we didn't pick it up because we were so invested in Cody's case that I mean Cody's case had already started January of oh shoot. Oh my goodness. I'm having a time here. Okay. I'll stop. I don't think he will ever. You don't think he would ever what? He wants to be innocent so bad. Who wants to be innocent? Corey? Okay. Well, we'll see. I think Corey will tell us, you guys. He's got nothing else to lose right now. I think he will tell us, especially if it was an accident. He will say it was an accident. It's okay. I'm in the loop. I think he will tell us. And that's what I think he'll tell us. It was an accident. Y'all, Nancy said, yes, he will never tell where Cody is. You don't know that, Nancy. You don't know that. People come back. Here's the thing. Y'all lose hope before all the cards are played. All the cards ain't played yet. You know what? I'm going to tell you guys something. I knew that was going to happen. Yes, Tina, what's going on?
Hey,
Hey.
you know, I'm getting tired of these morons going into court and, not having no remorse, and they laughing at the judge, and they laughing at the people. You know, I'm just tired of it. You know,
I haven't seen nobody laughing.
well, I'm just saying, I'm just speaking my mind right now.
Oh, you know what? You know what? You know what, Tina?
Yes, ma'am.
I got Corey's picture of him being booked.
Well, I seen that too.
What did he look like? What did he look like?
He had on yellow with his bald head.
Okay, that's Corey, but there's something that what he look like? There's something you're not saying, sharing. What he look like?
I mean, he looked like Corey.
Hold on, let me upload this picture real quick.
He looked like Corey. I bet you he was smiling too.
Oh, you think he was smiling too?
Well, had a frown or whatever. But I'm tired of people going to court getting sweetheart deals.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like Kayla Montgomery, she got a sweetheart deal. Well, Corey might get a sweetheart deal. If he say where Cody is, I mean, come on, let's be real here.
Okay.
You know, if Anton Dale say, okay, well, I'm going to slash your time in half if you tell us where that baby is. Come on now, let's come on to reality. I'm just speaking because whoever aided and abetted this lady for 2 years, they going to jail too.
Right.
You know?
Right.
I'm just tired of people walking around here acting like it's funny. It ain't funny. You know, you killed a baby. That's not
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, you walk around, I'm gonna get a sweetheart deal. Come on now.
Right.
That's my whole standard. I mean, I'm just speaking my mind. Maybe because Corey went to jail last week. Maybe I'm I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I don't know, y'all. I mean, it's ironic. I mean, he could get a sweetheart deal too.
True.
You know,
True. True. True.
anything is possible, SB.
Yep.
Yep. All right. Well, that's what I got on my mind.
All right.
Y'all have a good night. All right.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Okay, you guys, hold on. I got a picture. Let me go get it real quick. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, snap. I can't find it that way. Hold on, you guys. I'll be right back. Hold on. Hold on. Don't go nowhere. Okay, you guys, I'm back. Okay, let me try to get this picture up. It's uploading. We got our thing back. We got our account back. It's uploading. I want y'all. Everybody want to take a picture. Everybody want to look at Corey's picture. I just sent you the picture. I already got the picture, girlfriend. I already got the picture. I want y'all to take a look at the picture, okay? Tell me what you see. You see somebody that has messed up. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Everybody see that picture? Everybody see the picture of Corey? That is his latest getting booked picture. He does not his eyes is if and you know what? Here's the thing. And I'm just telling you guys. If you look really close, you can always go back and review this. It's at the 1 hour and 17 mark. If you want to see his picture. She said, I sent you the one of him smiling. I sent you the one of him just realizing what the heck is going on. And he is not happy. He's looking like, oh my God. Oh my goodness. What the heck is going on? That picture tells me. She said, I sent you the one of him smiling. Let me see. I need to look at it. He big mad, Nancy. That's an old picture, Nancy. I don't know. I don't know. That's an old picture. Oh, okay, okay, okay. You guys, let's. I wish we can play them. She said, big mad. Yeah. Anyway, here's the thing, you guys. I'm gonna share this with you, and I've always shared. You know, we don't know what happened. He's not gonna tell us what happened. I can't believe everything that the police is saying, and I can't believe nothing that Corey is saying. So until more evidence, or we find the baby, or Corey tells us we don't know, but he is locked down, locked up for, and they're going for the 45 years. But he's smiling at the judge. When was that? Because it looks like he's wearing green in the picture that you're showing me, and I don't remember ever seeing him wearing green. On the day that they locked him up, he was wearing black. Earlier that morning, he was wearing a beige outfit. So when was he wearing green? I don't know. That's an old picture, though. So, accident or not, he should have called 911. Yeah. See, I'm going to tell you why he won't ever talk to you or tell you guys, because you guys are very judgmental. You guys are very judgmental, you know? And then and you and here's the thing, you guys be like, just tell us where the baby's at. Da 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 da. He would be he would be like, girl, get out of my face. I ain't talking to you. And my family ain't talk to you. Because y'all don't know how to talk to people. Y'all don't know how to talk to people. Y'all I'm serious. I'm I sometimes I'm gonna tell you something, and Tina tell you herself. I called Tina. Not gonna say what we were talking about, but I called Tina, and before I can get done, I said to myself, I wish I wouldn't have called you. Cause cause whatever you say, y'all just be like, she says, I admit that. I know y'all judgmental. Y'all be like, it is this, or somebody, like here's the thing. Whether those confession letters were true or not, okay. If they were true, y'all be like, no, that didn't happen. One person said that happened or whatever. Okay, now he's saying no, that didn't happen. Y'all saying you did this, you did that, you did this. That people don't talk to people like that. Especially when it comes to Cody. People don't talk to people like that. But the same way that you judge people, would you want them to judge you that way? Answer that question. Because remember now just remember, a sin is a sin. There's no big and little. That's what the world says, that, okay, if you go rob a bank, that's a big sin. If you steal a cookie, that's a small sin. Because you're trying to put value on it. But when you're dealing with God himself, a sin is a sin. Because the measure of a sin, you don't know. You know why you don't know? Because you might stole that cookie, and I'm just throwing something out there hypothetically. You might stole that cookie to feed somebody. Just saying. Or you stole the cookie from a baby that's the only thing they were going to eat. Or you made that person get angry, and that person was like, I worked hard for that cookie, and then here's somebody come and took my cookie. Now I'm going to go on a rampage or whatever. You know, any sin that you do is a branch off to bigger sin. Whether it's you, it directly or indirectly or whatever. You guys understand what I'm saying? But okay, what if you robbed a bank and you went and took all the money and gave it to all the homeless people, and you guys know that banks and all of those people, they steal money, they take money, You put your money in the bank and you come back and half of it's gone and all of this other stuff, and then it's hard to get it and this, that, and the other, and the people in the bank. So people think bank people are very trustworthy. Okay, put all your money in the bank and find out and see. Keep doing that if you want to. You understand what I'm saying? But only God, thank you, Tina. Only God knows. But right, see what I'm saying? But I mean, because we all sin. We do. You can't tell me that we don't. We all sin. We ain't killing people though. No, we ain't killing people, but a sin is a sin. And God judges that, but I mean, we're going to have to you have to abide by the laws and the rules of the land. True. And we do on earth value certain sin to be more, or well, at least I didn't do this, well, at least I didn't do that. But tell me something before we get off of here, because I gotta go, because I got 30 minutes to make all my phone calls, but I'm good. But anyway, just say what if. Thank you, soldier. She says we all have sinned and fallen short of glory. So I'm not backing nobody. I let the law in the courts do what they got to do to the people. He did, if he did do something to Cody, then he's gonna pay. Whether he pay here on earth or he pays and he has to get in front of the Lord, and he don't even have to commit what he done did. He don't have to say I did this, because guess what? It's gonna be all revealed right there. The day of judgment. Only God can judge though. But here, to have civilization and society, we have to have jurors and trials and rules and laws and regulations, because if we didn't, it would be a mad world. It would be crazy. I get that. But at the same time, I'm going to ask you something. And this is just, when there's a possibility, I'm not so much of a judgmental person. When there's a possibility, I go, I mean, that's kind of, I'm not saying it's not possible. Just like I'm classic and sincere. I said, to kill two kids, you gotta be demonic to kill two kids. You gotta be demonic. One can be an accident, but two, it's crazy. Crazy. So until I have a body, I just can't give up on the baby being found. So I keep that little bit of hope in my heart. Because if this was my child, I would keep a little bit of hope in my heart. And I know it sounds weird and crazy, and it really does. Trust me, it really does. It sounds crazy because it's been 3 years. It's been 3 years. Cody was 3. It's been 3 years. Cody will be 4, 5, 6. Cody will be the same age as my grandson. And I see my grandson, and he's smiling, and he'd be like, Grandma, I did this, and Grandma, I did that. And he smiles, I said, come and give me a hug. And he'd be like, nope. And then he runs around, and then he comes and he gives me this big old hug. And he feels so soft. And I wrap my whole arm around him, and he just hugged me. And he like, I love you, Grandma. It feels so good, you guys. It do. It feels really good. He don't even know what love is. But he know when he walks in the house, he can have anything in the house. He can have Pawpaw's food. he can have anything. Anything he want. He'd be like, Grandma, there's a soda over there. Can I have it? It'd be my last soda, yeah. My other grandson, he can have it too. He be calling me Nana. He fixing his car up. He done got him a new tire. He done went and bought him a battery. He working his job. And he's just so happy and everything. He be like, but Nana, why'd you buy me a car that needs some stuff? Boy, please, you got a car. And a nice looking car too. He like, my car look better than all my friends' car. I said, I do, but it don't run. I said, well then, you go to work, put some money into it, invest into it. I got a call this morning saying he's doing well. He's working his job. He bought him a tire. He knows how to put the tire on and things like that. But see, at the end of the day, Cody, Cairo, Sincere, Classic will not get none of what I just said. They won't get the hugs. They won't get to drive their first car. They won't work their first job. These people has taken out generations, not just a child, but a child that had children, a child that could have been a doctor or a lawyer, or they could have even been a thief or a drug addict. I don't care. It was their life, and nobody had the right to take it. Nobody, not mama, not daddy. Nobody has the right to take somebody's life. Nobody. But, as I was saying, if this was my child, I will still want to keep that hope that, okay, maybe, because maybe it's an accident, please just tell us where he's at. Or maybe somebody did come in the house and get him while you were running to Food Lion. And you know what's so funny? I don't even know what a Food Lion is. It must be a grocery store. Food Lion or whatever. But whatever. But if it was my child, I would still keep that hope alive until you got to show me. I'm from the show me state. And that makes us different a little bit. And I know we get our hearts broken when we finally see, but still yet in all, trust and believe. At the end of the day, if it was your child, you would want, please tell us where he's at, or please tell us what happened, or give us a story. Just don't say, because we know that on January 31st, he just didn't come up missing. We know that didn't happen. We know that did not happen. Okay, if that didn't happen, just tell us what happened. Okay, so you tell us this, you tell us that, and then you say they made you write that. And then we're like, they made you write it, and they're on an intercom. Nobody's got a gun to their head. Ain't nobody saying, hey, we're going to essay you if you don't tell us. We're going to stick this pipe in you if you don't blah, 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 whatever. And they told me the reason why they came and got it out my cell is because they would have took it out the trash. Well, let them take it out the trash. Matter of fact, take it, you know what? You're going to have to take it out the stool if it was me. She said, I do keep that hope. That's why I won't stop searching for Cody. Food Line is a grocery store similar to Winn-Dixie. I don't know Winn-Dixie. Laughing out loud. She says, type Pooh Bear. Pooh Boy. Instead of Pooh Bear. Whatever they gave me at the doctor still has me goofy. You're okay. She said, I type Pooh Boy. You're okay. You're good. You guys, I'm going to get off of here. I want you guys to not give up hope that he won't tell us, because we do serve a good God. God, you guys. That's what I was going to tell you guys before I got off of here. When I went to the hospital and I had this aneurysm, and I have to tell you guys already say, oh, we got to hear this story again. But, I didn't know who I was or whatever. I didn't even know what was going on. They rushed me in there. I could tell you all the ins and out. Everybody's like, my brother already died 20 years prior to this. Same thing. Same thing. My mother comes in and she, I have to tell her, she's like, you're a God's child. But okay, all through my life I've been telling you stuff and you sit back and you laugh. Okay, you said you was gonna be a nurse. Well, you didn't even pass the test to get in the program. You said God told you could be a nurse. Now what? That's what my mother said. And everybody got the accepting letter except me. And I said, and I wanted to be like, yeah, Mom, here it is, da 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 da. But I didn't. I was like, Mom, I can only tell you what God told me. He said I can be a nurse. Actually, what he said is, when I went and got on my knees, and this is my testimony, I tell you it doesn't change. I said, Lord, I done lost the job you done gave me. Now what are we going to do? And he said to me, what do you want to do? And I said, well, I like being, I was a CNA at one time, and I like doing that. And that basically got me where I am right now. It changed my life. This old white woman, I say Caucasian, but she white. Her name was Wilma. She taught me to not give up. You guys hear me? Not a black woman taught me that. A white woman taught me that. She said, Sonny, I said, I ain't got no money or nothing, and I'm living in this house with all these roaches and everything. And she was like, well, we got to get you somewhere or whatever. I was like, girl, please. You ain't got no money. That's the way it is. She was like, don't give up. And look where I am. And people was like, you ain't nowhere. Well, you don't know where I came from. Hello? You don't know me like you think you know me. People just didn't plop down on earth and have a roof over their head, and plop down on earth and have a running car and have education. They come from a background. You go do the background work and find out that they come from a very deprived childhood. But I didn't give up. And she was like, this. And she hooked me up with people that had contacts. And next thing I know, they were building me a house and all that. Yes, she spoke life into me. And I'm going to say it one more time for the people in the back. It was a white woman. Yeah. I know y'all don't want to hear it, but it's true. You put a lot of stock into just race. I don't. People are people. If you can get something good, and she didn't give me a dime, a penny, a nickel, a quarter. She didn't give me nothing. She spoke it in my life. And she was like, we'll talk to this person and talk to that person and do this and do that. And bam. And next thing, and yeah, I had some favor over my life. But it took out a lot of anger. It took a lot of anger out of me with race. Okay? So that's why I tell you guys all the time, one good deed will last a lifetime. And it doesn't matter what color a person is. I just got through working for a 95% black facility. I will never do that again. They be like, oh yeah, we this, we that. I'll be like, see you later, goodbye. Because I'm a more diverse person. It ain't got nothing to do with color. It got nothing to do with color. You don't want to see some child harm or hurt regardless of what color they are. You don't want to see an elderly person harm or hurt regardless of what color they are. You don't want to see them beat down, taken advantage of because we are God's children. We don't want to see that. And maybe, God's children we do get, people take advantage of us. But until they find the baby, just like Classic and Sincere, I'm going to just keep on praying one day that these kids is found. Baby or body. Because if they take you to the grave with them, then fine. I'll still have hope in my heart. Because that's what God is. He's hope. That's what he is. And the God that I serve, anything is possible. And I tell you guys that all the time. Oh, he'll never tell us. Oh, no. Let me tell you. When I was sitting up there in that hospital with hospice nurses, my girlfriend came into my room. I remember she was crying. And I said, Lisa. Not Lisa, but my girlfriend's name was Lisa. Since we've been in kindergarten. She crying. And we're not close now because of a young man that tried to take advantage of me, her boyfriend. But anyway, nevertheless, she in my hospital room crying. And I said, Lisa, what's wrong with you? And she just crying. She crying. I said, what you crying for? She said, they say you gonna die. I said, girl, I'm not gonna die. She said, yes, you are. I said, oh, okay. And she said, I just wanted to tell you I love you because I never told you I love you. I've always loved you. You my best friend, and I ain't being a best friend. And my best friend that lived down the street from me, she didn't even come to visit me. My brother came, and he was a Jehovah's Witness at the time. I hear that he done changed his thing, but now he's a Muslim. Okay, I digress. But anyway, and I need to call him because I miss him. But anyway, and I love him. But anyway, when she did leave, you guys, I'm going to tell you guys something. I went to my family, and I told my family, I don't want nobody else visiting me anymore. They was like, what? Only people I want to visit is family. I don't want no friends, people at my job visiting me. My job people that I worked for, they came and they visited me. When I went back to work, they smashed their face and they slid it down and they was like, hey, Sonny, what is this? This is after my recovery. And I was like, I don't know. What is it? And that's just like putting a person's face smashed to a glass and smearing it down. And that's what it looked like. And I was like, I don't know what is it. The little girl said, this is the family I worked for. The little girl said, this is you in the hospital. I kind of was like, she don't know who she playing with. That B word almost came out. I almost told her, get out of my face. So you came to the hospital to see how bad shape I was in. I told you guys, I did have a stroke. One side of my face was all down. The doctor says, you didn't have no stroke. Then tell me, why is my face slid down on one side? The reason why I showed you guys the picture, thank you, Lord. The reason why I showed you the picture, go back and look. It's at 1 hour and 17 mark. Look at Corey's face. Corey done had a stroke. I know what a stroke looked like. I know when people's face is one side Slump down. Okay, you nurses in there, you CNAs is in there, you med aid techs or whatever. Go back, look at the picture I just showed you, and look at Corey's face. This man done had a stroke. Don't tell me he won't tell us. Okay? I digress. All right, you guys. Have a good day. If you don't believe me, go back and look for yourself. Cause oh, matter of fact, let me show it to you again. Since okay. All right. I'm telling you, God don't make no mistakes, you guys. He don't. And if he wants it to be revealed, it will. She said it looks like Bill Cosby to you. Remember that, like, and share. Yes, you guys. Be good. Be blessed. All right. Yeah, that's what I wanted to share with you guys. Anyway, we were all over the place, and that's okay. God is good.